Is that correct?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I think so. I think they either PIC the other ones.
Is there a plea on 2 cases in this?
Yes.
Okay. Just let me get the papers in order. All right. The court is calling 2024 CR 3794 and 2024 CR 006799, State versus Joshua Anzadua. Could I have parties announce? And are you Joshua Anzadua? All right. You entered a plea in each of these cause numbers. According to your plea bargain agreement in each case, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. The state is opposed to your applications. These cases will run concurrently. State will take in consideration 2024 CR 006796, 2024 CR 006798, 2024 CR 007768. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State?
Yes, sir.
Defense?
Yes, sir.
Any objections to the PSI report? State? Defense?
One minor correction we saw in that, Judge, on the portion talking about criminal history. I think it indicated that he had a juvenile record. He does not have a juvenile record.
Oh,
I think somebody just marked yes when they meant to mark no, but I didn't see anything else that I saw that was problematic or objectionable.
all right. And then there was also a Tacoma screening completed and a TAP evaluation. Any objections to those documents? Defense?
No, Your Honor.
State? All right. Are there any witnesses? State, do you have any witnesses? All right. Defense, you may call your first witness. Hello. Oh, I'm doing okay. How are you doing this morning? Well, this afternoon. Yeah. Yes, I am. Could you raise your right? Are you going to swear in? Yeah. All right. Could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right. You can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record. All right. Thank you. Defense, you may proceed.
Hello, Maria. Just introduce yourself. You are Joshua's mother. Is that correct?
Yes.
They say you know him whole life?
Yes, I do.
So, ma'am, where is Joshua living now?
He resides with me 279 years.
And how long has he been living with you? So about 4 or 5 months?
4 months. 5 months. 4 or 5 months.
How are things going at home with Joshua?
Good.
Does he help around the house?
Yes.
Ma'am, you understand what we're here for today, is that correct? And some serious offenses, some serious crimes that we're asking for probation.
Yeah.
Is it your desire to that Joshua gets probation?
Yes.
Do you think Joshua is somebody that needs help?
I know sometimes I get, but he's good.
Has he been pretty good with you?
Yeah, I'm sure.
If you know, was Joshua working or up till recently was he working?
He was working with
Okay. Since he's been living with you, I know he was in jail, waiting for these cases and everything. Have you had any problems with him at your house?
No.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll pass witness.
Any questions?
No. Go back into jail. Before he went to prison, yes.
Oh, I just have a few questions. Hi. I just have a few questions because I'm always interested in trying to perhaps figure out why people do what they do. That way it can help me with some determination sometime. So, what do you think he went wrong in his life? Why is he doing these things?
I'm to be honest.
Mhm. All right. And how old is your son now?
His son is good.
No, how old is he? All right. All right. So this is what I want to tell you. I do appreciate your testimony, and just know that your testimony was well received. So whatever decision I make in this case, I don't want you to feel guilty about it, that maybe you should have said something else, or maybe you could have done something else. Because at some point in time, children are adults, right? So yeah.
I'm expecting positive. I'm not expecting negative
Okay.
from all of this, and I want him to be better.
Okay.
From
All right. Thank you so much for coming down. All right. Well, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right. You can lower your hand. State your name for the record. All right. Defense?
Joshua, we just heard a little bit from your mom about you. You know what we're here on today, correct? There's some pretty serious offenses in front of this court, some felonies, and you're facing up to a decade's worth of you understand that? Okay. Let's start in the past. I'm not trying to hide anything. You went to prison in the past. Is that correct? What'd you go to prison for? Sorry. And anything else? Or? Okay. And just to clarify, were you revoked from the drug probation?
The silence before the storm is deafening. Two men lock eyes, one call. One coiled on the table between them becomes a ticking time bomb.
At the same time, you're sentenced to prison on the burglary? Okay. How long did you go to prison for? 2 years. Did you do the full term? Okay. When did you get out of prison? 22? So Joshua, since you got out of prison, have you used drugs or narcotics of any type? What were your drugs of choice, sir? Amphetamines? When was the last time you used amphetamines? Well, let me rephrase it this way. When did you most recently get out of Fairfax jail? Last year, 2024? In that time, from December 2024 to today, almost at the end of March 2025, have you used drugs? Your drug test today, would you be positive or negative? Sorry, no pun intended, but if you're positive, you would be negative? Okay. Joshua, I want you to tell the court why you think you're deserving of probation in this case. Are you working right now? When's the last time you were working? And you got locked up. How long were you locked up? Roughly, if you know. 9 months. 9 months. Okay. So my apologies. So you're locked up for a significant amount of time. If you are fortunate enough to get probation, Joshua, you understand that this judge could, this court could order you to inpatient rehabilitation. Would you be accepting it if that was one of the options that a judge would play? And so you're willing to accept treatment? Joshua, is there anything else you want to tell the court or myself or anyone before I hand you over the question about the DA laws? All right, now we'll pass this witness.
State.
You said you have nothing to treatment alcohol. You say in your pre-sentence investigation that they questioned you about the sentence. You say the police like attacked me. I was trying to get off the bus. I am a victim. That's what you said. Is that what you believe?
All right. I'll have a few questions if there are no objections.
No objections.
All right. So did you have a chance to read page 6 of the PSI report? Did you have a chance to read page 6 of the PSI report? All right.
You went over the PSI. Maybe we can see what page.
Oh, just 1 second.
I'm sorry, Judge.
I think I may have it. Oh, I have an extra copy.
Your Honor, I did go over this with him. This is, I believe, a statement by the Metropolitan Police Officer.
Okay. Have you had a chance to, could you read that to yourself? So you read that. How do you feel about that? But I mean, when you read that, do you hear what he's, I mean, are you internalizing what he's saying? Yeah, he just sounds as though he's given up. He's like, I have been doing this for 30 years. My job here is done. He's not going back. Do you think he would feel that way if this had not happened to him? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about his injuries? What injuries did he have? All right, you say they were trying to arrest you. How were they trying to arrest you? And so when you were trying to step off the bus and you're saying that they didn't tell you what you were arrested for, what did you do? All right, so what did you do? And how did you do that? Not, I guess, I mean, you were there, I wasn't there, your attorney wasn't there, the state wasn't there. So how did you try to do that? So you're saying his injuries because he stumbled and that had nothing to do with you. And if it didn't have anything to do with you, let me know. I am not holding it against you. I just am trying to figure out what your thoughts were on that day. Well, you're saying he stumbled. How did he stumble? Okay. All right. Any other questions, defense?
It's found on this. On the bus, there was TV officers, correct? If you remember, Josh, did y'all all end up on the ground at some point? Were you inside the bus or outside the bus? It was outside the bus, so it's like on the sidewalk of the pavement or something? Okay. Did they try to arrest you on the bus or off the bus? On the bus, outside the bus. How long did all this happen from the point where they tried to arrest you to the point where you were tased? If you had a guess. Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Any follow-up, State?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any other witnesses?
Nothing further defense, Your Honor, just
All right. The court will hear argument. All right. Defense.
Your Honor, the defense is asking for probation, either deferred or even straight probation for the conviction in this matter. Even if that involves inpatient treatment.
The first words drop like lit matches, sharp, deliberate, designed to provoke. There's no backing down from this point on.
Static for safety up front for non-offensive, Your Honor. Mr. Enzo has a history, and it's unfortunate that we're here today again. I know you don't like to hear the word that mistakes were made and everything else. These were very unfortunate choices. Your Honor, I believe he is taking responsibility for what has happened. The court has the discretion, the sole discretion as far as what needs to happen here. He's facing up to the decade in prison. It's a very long time. Of course, considered but I would suggest that he would be better served, the community would be better served if he was placed on probation. TC is a place to go. There are certain cases that are warranted for it. However, in this particular case, Judge, I think it's clear there's a drug issue, drinking issue, everything else. In the short time he's been out, he's done okay. I think he will be successful on probation if he's granted. For those reasons, Your Honor, we're asking place him on probation. If the court sees fit to order him to inpatient treatment, but Your Honor, we're begging, pleading not to send him to prison.
Do you think you need inpatient treatment? Well, no, I mean, when you were talking before, you had requested outpatient treatment.
I've never had it before, so
All right. I don't think that probation is appropriate in this case, so I'm not going to grant probation. I'm going to find you guilty in each cause number. I'll hear any argument to time.
Yes, Your Honor. I know the state's asking for 10 years for the judge. We have a wide range, anywhere from 2 years all the way up to 10 years. Your Honor, we would ask on the lower end that no more than 5 years. Again, I think Mr. Enzo is somebody that suffers from this. He would benefit from treatment. We understand where the court's coming from by not granting probation. But Judge, we're open, begging that the court say that that's something less than 10 years. We would suggest a sentence of 5 years or less.
And state. All right. So I'm looking at your previous history, which is a part of the PSI. You have a previous resisting arrest, search, or transportation. On that case, you were given deferred adjudication. You were revoked. Then you have a driving while intoxicated. You were given jail time. You have an evading arrest, detention, jail time. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 8 years in prison in each cause number. They will run concurrently. Take in consideration 2024 CR 006796, 2024 CR 006798, 2024 CR 007768. I'm going to order no contact with the complainants in restitution in each cause number with the complainant. Did you review trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do y'all need help? You got it? Thank you, counsel.
I want to see if we can recall it for next Friday so she can go back to the hospital. And then I anticipate next Friday it'll be a plea.
I can put it for Thursday.
That should work.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, recall this for the May 29th, and that's for disposition.
Just go have a seat. I can find you.
All right, who is here on Fernando Alvarado? Sometimes I don't have the cases, and other people are standing there looking.
I figured I would check.
Oh my
Thank you,
God.
Judge.
Okay. All right, let me just put this in the system. And what page is Medi?
Body language takes center stage now. Lenience, clenched jaws, twitching fingers, every movement screams, "Don't test me."
On, please. Oh, I found it. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 0033132 State versus Fernando Alvarado. Can I have parties now?
Andrew Harrison.
Jasmine Olguin for Mr. Alvarado.
And are you Mr. Alvarado? Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Alvarado, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Mr. Alvarado, did you review the admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you're giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred? Oh, that's yours.
Oh, thank you, Judge.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes.
Sir, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration JN number 2170834 and 2170835. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yeah.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yeah.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. Did you understand that was a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yeah.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
No objection.
Did you review, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
And then it erupts. Voices clash, gestures fly. The calm is shattered in a heartbeat. This is the breaking point, unscripted and unstoppable.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Judge.
All right. So how often have you used in the past?
In the past, it was only for a few months.
All right. And then are you still with the people who are listed as complainants in this case?
No.
State, okay. And are you employed?
I have a small business.
All right. What do you do?
I have a mobile bartender.
I'm sorry?
Mobile bartender.
All right. And do you have any children?
I have a daughter.
This is what the court will do. Probation, are you ready? 4 years deferred adjudication, taking consideration JN 2170834, 2170835, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, TAP evaluation out of custody, follow recommendations. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? All right, you're going to get drug tested today. You understand? There's going to be 60 sober meetings in 60 days, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no contact with the following persons: Jennifer, Lynn, Stanley, Stanley, Christopher Martinez, and there's to be a mental health evaluation out of custody, 100 hours of community service restitution, field visits, one time per month for 6 months. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
Just ability to be able to work.
Oh, you'll be able to work.
I'm on the
All right. But here's the thing, while you're on probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol. You understand? All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record in this court. In order to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel that you're about to drink or you're about to backslide, call probation, let them know. They're going to give you help. If you feel that they're not addressing your issues, you can always come back to court. All right, good luck to you. Just remain in the court until you receive the documents. And counsel, if you'll make sure that they've done the dismissals for the JN number.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, you too. Okay, thank you. Just give me a moment. All right, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Let me just, all right. Mr. Corpus.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what are we here for?
Judge, we're here for probation, has requested that Mr. Corpus be released from his GPS monitoring. He was placed on it for an indeterminate time when he went on probation. He's been on it for almost 14 months. And probation has described him as, I'll let probation speak.
Judge, we have absolutely no concerns with Mr. Corpus. He has had no violations. He reports when he's supposed to report, no violations with his GPS monitor and or with his UAs, Judge.
All right.
And he's doing the classes as he's needed to do and everything, Judge.
All right. Am I understanding he's completed the family violence?
Judge, I don't have the court summary in front of
I'm
me.
sorry, I have it. I have that he completed lifetime recovery, batterers intervention and prevention program. All right, you want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hands.
Things spiral fast. Chairs creak. Tempers snap. And for a second, you wonder if fists will follow. Even without physical contact, the intensity feels physical.
State your name for the record.
My name is Nicholas Isaiah Corpus.
All right, what did you learn from the batterers intervention and prevention program?
Just to keep your hands to yourself.
That's what I tell everybody. Keep your hands to yourself, right? So how do you spend your days?
I work Monday through Saturday for ATS Transportation Company. And then Sundays, I do side jobs, painting cars, motorcycles, boats. Pretty much just work all the time. It's kind of hard for me to keep money in my pocket.
All right, so you know that you're not allowed to have any contact with the complainant?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state, were you able to contact the complainant?
She does have significant state concerns still, since yes, monitor was placed. She can't confirm, but the person that she knows is the friend of this man viewed her profile on LinkedIn. Additionally, on April the 24th, the defendant picked up what is currently an at-large misdemeanor for two attempted contacts of the victim by phone and then Facebook messaging.
Judge, I can't have my client make any statements about that allegation. I can tell you that I've had a lot of contact with Mr. Corpus. I don't believe the allegation. At the very crux of this, before we even did the plea, he didn't want anything to do with her. I don't believe for a second that he's reached out to her. And today is the first time I've had any information given to me about these charges. There's no warrant at this time.
Okay, so this is what the court is going to do. The court was really inclined to lift the GPS, but I want you to have a chance to see what they're talking about with this. What they're saying is an at-large violation of protective order. So how much time do you think you need to look in that and state, when can you give the information to the defense? All right, so then what we'll do.
And Your Honor, if I may, no report's been made to probation. So she knows he's on probation. She didn't ever call probation to make any complaints.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. And I want you to understand where I'm coming from. When people are on probation, I have to make sure that the public is protected, right?
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying that the violation of the protective order that they're saying is in place that you violated. I don't know. I have zero information. Right now, I have as much information as your attorney has. All I have is this is what the state has said. I'm not taking what they said as true. Before I release you from GPS, I want to get some more information about that. And you'll need to have the complainant come in on this next date that I'm giving you. And defense, if you'll let me know what date is good for you and your client works, your client can appear by Zoom.
Yes, Your Honor. And Judge, I think, is he on tracking only? I believe.
If he's not on tracking only, I'm going to put him on tracking only and state you'll know where he's located.
Judge, in addition to that, one of the big concerns is this is a big financial pressure on him. He also helps his mom. I have a letter here that she's written. He's not able to help her with as much as she needs because of all of his costs. And so, as you know, the GPS is very expensive. Is it possible for the court to waive those fees?
I will tell you this. I will ask that fees be waived. And you know what they're going to tell me? It's a third-party contract. I can't waive the fees. But I'll put in there to waive or defer fees. And if he's not on tracking only, I'll put him on tracking only because with
He is, but are you on tracking?
How do I know what is tracking on you?
tracking is you can go wherever you want to go, but you keep the GPS on and they'll know where you are.
Yeah, I also have a time.
Well, on this one, you won't have a time limit. The GPS device will be able to report where you are. So if you're anywhere near the complainant, the GPS is going to know. You understand?
I think that's what I'm on.
All right. Well, just to make sure, it's going to be tracking only. And counsel, how much time do you need? The state said they'll print out this information for you. When do you want it called back?
Well, Judge, I can look over it today. I'm obviously not retained on that case yet, but I can look over it today. I mean, all we're going to have are allegations. I don't know if they have any discovery that they can also provide without me being on the case yet.
As of right now.
All right, so this is what I can do. Your client, as I said, can appear by Zoom. I can actually recall this back for May 29th. And if you all are not able to provide information to the court on May 29th, then we'll do it on a different day. If defense, that's not enough time for you.
I can do it on May 29th, Judge.
All right, so we'll come back on May 29th and state if you wish for the court to continue to have him on GPS, I'll need witnesses.
Yes, we'll have the.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, once you sign the reset form.
It cools barely. There's no handshake, no closure, just thick air and unfinished war in their eyes. Sometimes silence at the end speaks louder than the shouting ever could.